The Honorable the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Willy Mutunga, the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Kenneth Marende, Cabinet colleagues, General Karangi and other senior government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have remarks of my own. I'm here to strictly represent His Excellency President Mwai Kibaki. But since I'm also an officer of this great institution, as was pointed out by Madam Sholei, allow me to join with Mr. Speaker in acknowledging tremendous change and development that we are all witnesses to when it comes to a transformed judiciary. And we honor you and we respect you, Mr. Chief Justice, for this achievement. When we were walking out of here, you pointed to the statue on our right, and that is the personification of the Professor Wanjiku. I thought she needed a meal as we walked out. But we have come a long way as a nation state. And today, the common person in the streets of this city and other cities clearly feels this change in the air and this transformation that has come and continues to come our way. I bring you greetings from the county of Turkana, where I was yesterday. In fact, I was privileged to have gone all the way to Kibish. And Kibish has a significant presence in our minds as I speak to you. And when I mentioned in Lodwar yesterday, Mr. Chief Justice, that there will be the possibility of having a high court in Lodwar, they looked at me in disbelief. I thank you for affirming that reality today, because indeed under our new constitution, each of our 47 counties will have a high court and a resident judge. The Turkanas felt elated. In fact, after that, I went to Gamia too, but I missed it. I think I ended up in Twiga. And again, as we transform our country, our judiciary, yes, Mr. Speaker, our National Assembly, and very soon, part of that, the Senate, I think there's some freshness in the air. Allow me then, in concluding my brief remarks before I read His Excellency the President's address, to wish our President and all of us Kenyans a happy Heroes Day tomorrow. How appropriate that this is happening on the eve of celebrating what has now been transformed from Kenyatta Day to Heroes Day. Kenyans can truly breathe freshness in the air, and this is wonderful. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, then to read His Excellency the President's address on this very important occasion, because it does herald, as all of us now realize, the setting in of the spirit of constitutionalism. Mr. Speaker quoted from the Bible, and he has been fighting the good fight. And I said to the Attorney General, I said to the Chief Justice, it looks to me like we all have now to institutionalize the spirit of constitutionalism, and that is why we are here today. His Excellency the President wishes to say the following. I'm glad to join you for this year's report to the nation on the state of the judiciary and administration of justice, which is presented to you by the Honorable Chief Justice, Dr. Willy Mutunga. I'm particularly pleased that our new constitution accords us a roadmap for democratic organization and management of the Kenyan society within the bounds of human rights and individual freedoms. It also provides for a just and peaceful society as a fundamental prerequisite for social progress and economic prosperity as envisaged under Vision 2030. The Constitution acknowledges the role and place of justice, firstly, as a necessary precondition for sustainable peace, and secondly, as the scale of fairness, quote and unquote, that balances social security and human rights on the one hand, and national security with individual rights on the other. Fellow Kenyans, development of our country as laid down under Kenya Vision 2030 requires the contribution of all three arms of government. In this regard, the judiciary is expected to play a crucial role in the promotion of fair and efficient administration of justice in Kenya, as well as ensuring adherence to the rule of law and order as an important variable in the social and economic development of our society. The judiciary is also duty-bound to promote socio-economic progress through the just, fair, and speedy arbitration of disputes, securing of law and order, the promotion of peace, and the protection of rights and freedoms in Kenya. Fellow Kenyans, I am delighted to observe that since its first report on the judiciary in October 2011, the Honorable Chief Justice has led the development of a comprehensive judiciary transformation framework based on 4 pillars: justice and service delivery, judicial officers and staff, infrastructure, and information and communication technology. The Chief Justice's report today has informed the country on the progress so far made with this ambitious transformation agenda. Indeed, I cannot overemphasize the importance of the overall national transformation we all seek for this great country. Over the past decade, we have reversed negative poverty trends, increased access to social services, boosted economic opportunities, expanded agriculture, services, and infrastructure. In addition, we have begun the difficult task of strengthening our national governance. However, it is clear we must do much more. We have to grow the national economic cake, share and distribute resources, and reduce inequalities. This has to be done in an atmosphere of justice, peace, and harmonious coexistence. Indeed, an independent judiciary is an important element of the transformational state that our Constitution demands. A fair and respected judiciary is a critical prerequisite for the public and private sector investments that Vision 2030 demands. Fellow Kenyans, I want to thank the Chief Justice for cultivating a good relationship between the various branches of government without compromising on the independence of the judiciary. His leadership as chair of the National Council for the Administration of Justice has created a great platform where various agencies of government consult on how to better their delivery of services to the Kenyan people. I urge both the executive and the legislature to provide necessary support to the judiciary in order to build a justice system that works for the benefit of all in a fair and efficient manner. We must provide sufficient budgetary resources and political support for this to happen. Finally, the future of our country looks bright, and we all need to work together to overcome the social, economic, cultural, and political challenges facing Kenyans today. Let us set the nation on an irreversible and transformational development path for the good of all Kenyans. Thank you, and God bless you all.
I'm now handing over the annual reports to His Excellency the Vice President.
Thank much.
Okay. And the Speaker, who has promised that it will find its way to Parliament and it will be adopted and discussed. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So you have to. You want to do the same with the Vice President? Yes. Okay. Dictatorship of the
Yes,
press.
on our part, our process commences immediately. I will in turn hand over this report to the Clerk of the National Assembly, who will procedurally get it to the House.
Oh, you're doing the same.
Yeah, they want to capture this moment. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. This is the Speaker. Yes. It's the Speaker.
Okay.
Okay, same place. You know, these scales of justice never balance. But we are trying to make sure that they balance.
I think you should take the picture here next to the Constitution. Here next to the Constitution.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So, please come. Yeah, and you. Just for the president. Thank you.
So we